Hello, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to talk about some new drugstore makeup today, just a handful of things. Don't get too excited. It's not too much, but it's just enough, let's say. I've even got a couple of new brushes, okay? These are from Walmart. Just like, there's no real brand name on it. It says they're vegan, it says walmart.com, but I just thought, you know, I'm ready to try those. I've got a new foundation, concealer, and powder, and also kind of a multi-stick type of thing. So we're gonna try it out today and see how it goes. The first thing, well, first off, I did my skincare already. And then I have this. This is from Revolution. And I noticed this the other day when we were in there getting a few things, a few Father's Day odds and ends, and somehow I just found myself in the makeup aisle, and I got this Revolution Conceal and Define Soft Matte Full Coverage Foundation. And it was, I want to say like around $7, maybe a little less. F7 is the shade I got. So we're going to try this today and see how it goes. And I could use this buffing foundation brush. The cost on the brushes was really reasonable, and that's kind of what drew me to them. Like, are they going to be good? Okay, yeah, the angled one was $2.97 and this one was $4.97. This feels good. This feels a lot like a Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. Construction seems solid. Kind of has the look of an Eco Tools brush at the end. Birds are already chirping up a storm out there. I'm going to squeeze out. Whoa! It came out fast and thinner than I thought. It's oozing over 2 fingers. Okay, hopefully I didn't get way too much. Okay. Let's see, we're blending out. I guess my first thought is this full coverage? You know, because it claims to be. I just wasn't expecting it to be so thin. Like, it just ran right out of the package. Brush is doing well. It might be like a hint less full compared to Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. But another brush that I compare that one to is the Sephora 56. And this could be kind of possibly interchangeable with that as well. Okay, I'm not getting full coverage here, but I'm getting medium, I would say. I don't think I look matte at all. It says soft matte. Then I don't like shake it up enough. I'm thinking of giving myself a dab more just to see what it can do, and if after shaking it really well, maybe that changes the way it comes out. It's still just as runny. I don't dislike this. I'm just kind of trying to hold it to the claims on the bottle, you know? I haven't heard anybody talking about this one yet. I'm just adding a little more like right in here on the cheeks where I can really tell, like, are you covering freckles? What are you doing? I would have to say it looks nice. It just doesn't look full coverage, and it looks like a natural finish, not really soft matte. Like, there's no part of my face that I feel looks matte. Now, I was well moisturized underneath, but still, like, I can try things labeled matte and they'll still pretty much look matte. But okay, I hope it wears well today. But now we know that's the look you get with the Conceal and Define. And then I got a new concealer. I think it's new. I hadn't seen it before. It's the Wonder Snatch Concealer from NYX. It says up to 24-hour wear, and I ended up with Pale Cool, which I think is going to be ultra light. I was getting this thing recently as part of a delivery order, and judging by what was available, I thought it was the only workable shade for me. Well, why did I put a dot way out there? Oops. Okay, I'm doing really little dots because I know she's going to be really light. e.l.f. Tap and Blend Concealer Brush. But the question is, you know, how much will it sheer out? Or is it going to be really like opaque full coverage? Or is this something that's going to replace Can't Stop, Won't Stop? Because that had been their long wear concealer option, you know? The consistency is pretty liquidy, not thick at all, which the other one was that way too. NYX's other concealer that I just mentioned. We're going to have a very brightened under eye today. Okay, but here's what we can do. We can go over it with the foundation brush. Okay, tapping it in. I feel like I'm getting very good coverage out of that concealer. Did the concealer come out when the Wonder Snatch powder came out and I just missed it? I don't know, but it was a decent price too. It was $8.97 on the concealer. And that's at Walmart, so you might run into higher prices at Ulta. Okay, I think it looks really good. Like I said, the texture was thin, the consistency of it. And I put a really, really light amount on, but it's still doing a lot with those small dots that I did apply. So yay. The next thing I felt I needed to try was e.l.f.'s new powder. They've got their 4-color powder. This is really the trend right now, isn't it? Is multi-toned loose powders. And e.l.f. has one. It was $12, which felt a little like, I don't know e.l.f. But I got the lightest shade in this because I really like a brightening setting powder. I don't want to be dulled down in this zone. So yeah, we're gonna pop this open and see how it goes today. I feel like every shade in here does look truly really light, and I'm gonna try to use everything today. Today the girls start their summer dance class, which is fun. It'll feel good to just get back to the dance studio. I remember in the summer, my big thing was always swimming lessons when I was a kid. And the pool, the town pool, was located so conveniently close to our house. I was so lucky. Just walk over there for my swimming lesson in the morning, come back by afternoon just to hang out. I was a pool rat for sure. I'm still a pool rat. Okay, we're untwisting. We're seeing what we have here. They do give a puff. Okay, and we have a twisty, locky thing. It fully comes out and we can take off the seal. It says wear each shade solo or swirl all 4 together. And it's a lavender, a light pink, a pistachio color, and a peach. All 4 quadrants are opened up to us. We're just going to give her a little shake. I've got a little bit of each color. I'm going to try the puff they gave us. It feels good, you know, and when you have a circular one, you can just kind of wrap it around your finger, you know. Dab into everything. I love trying new makeup. And I love rediscovering old makeup. Wow, it is really brightening. Like we were already bright and look what that just added in. Man. And yes, this came in other shades too. You don't have to get the one I got. But I need to really put some of these to the test against one another because I've got the multi-shade one from Hard Candy and also Morphe. Morphe's is very brightening too. But I'm pressing that in. I used pretty much everything I tapped out, and I can tell there's probably some excess around the eye area that I can blend around, work in. At this time, it looks good. Hopefully, as it continues to wear throughout the day, it keeps looking this fresh, you know? But I feel super brightened up on the under eye, and the little included puff works well. That's something you don't always get with these. Put the whole kit and caboodle back together. The packaging is, you know, as you're always going to find with these loose powders, kind of bulky. But that's okay. Next up, I mean, I don't have a new bronzer, but I thought I want to use this brush and compare it to my Sephora angled brush. That was the point of this purchase. I guess we're just going to call these Walmart brand brushes, okay? Angled brush. Okay, it feels immediately less full, just less big compared to that one, but it doesn't mean it can't work. Let's take some of the Catrice Butter-like, just work it in here a little bit. I'm taking that top shade, the more bronzy colored one. Another thing a brush like this could work for, I feel like it could be a good blush brush too. But I've just been using that angled one from Sephora for bronzer most of the time, and I thought, how about a drugstore alternative? It's not quite as full as I'd like it to be honest. But will it do the job? Yes. Part of my feedback on this could just be that, you know, the moment you come off of a brush switch, like right now is the moment I'm going to notice that difference the most. I can't believe that foundation called itself full coverage though. Like with the amount of freckles I can see through this just right in my mirror here. So I'm putting that bronzer shade, as you can see, kind of like top of the cheek. When you have a nicely brightened under eye, maybe a really brightened under eye like I did today, it helps to like bring your bronzer in a little bit. Makes the face make sense a little more. And then I can take this shade, my cooler, little deeper shade, and work that in. I'm seeing a little shedding, like I'm just pulling a bristle or two out. Don't love to see that, especially when a brush is coming to me a little smaller than I'd like, you know. I really like the buffing foundation brush though. That's something I could use a lot and enjoy. Okay, how'd it do? I think she did a good job. Next up, I have enjoyed a couple shades, mainly the one called Temptation, but there is like a soft pink one. But I've enjoyed the Neutrogena like blush stick thing. And this one is in Rich Berry, and they have a few other shades too. Packaging looks a little different than the other one I have. My other one was marketed as more of a multitasker than just a blush stick. I'm planning to put this on my lips today as well. But let's just swipe it on, see if it's a similar texture. It does feel pretty balmy, really pigmented. I mean, look how much color's coming off there on my lips. Then I'm going to take this Sephora 56, see how this blends in on my cheeks. I love when a deep berry shears out because you get such a pretty, like, pinky flush. Honestly, this is giving more pigment than I thought it would. I'm proud of Neutrogena for branching out, getting a little more colorful with it, but it's not quite as buttery rich. Like, this was easy to blend in. The swipe is not hard, you know, the color comes off with ease, but there was kind of like a real moisturizing butteriness in the shade called Temptation that I have. So they did change this. And again, calling it a blush stick, not a multi-stick. Looks pretty though. Alrighty guys, here's my finished look. I did a little eye look. I could have maybe put this in the video since it's a newish product to me. I went ahead and got another one of the Ulta Beauty Collection palettes. I love the everyday faves, so I decided to go for Blushing Blooms, and I don't love it quite as much. I mean, I've had it for a week or so, used it on and off. I've got just kind of this cool, softly rosy look happening. I need to play with it some more. I'm just not as immediately like in love with it. But what I did along the upper lash line, I used one of my lace shadow sticks, one of the Smoky Collection ones. The shade is Starry Bordeaux. And I just put that along my upper lash line. And then I used my Milani Fan Club mascara up top, e.l.f. lash extender on the lower lash line, and that is the only thing on my lower lash line. I thought, let's just go for some lift today. My eyes just felt kind of tired looking today. And then the only thing I added to the lip, which was of course this stick, I just put on a little lip liner. I didn't go like over everything, just defined a little bit on the top part and the bottom sides of my lip with this Catrice plumping lip liner in the shade Cheers to Life. It's just a pretty close shade match. And yeah, that's my look today. So I'll be keeping an eye on how the complexion stuff wears. Again, I felt like this was a little oversold with the matte and the full coverage. I didn't think it was either of those things, but that doesn't mean it's bad. The Wonder Snatch Concealer, I do like the way that went on and blended out and seemed to maintain its coverage while being lightweight. e.l.f.'s new powder is looking pretty good on me. And again, I like that Neutrogena busted out a fun, like berry colored multi-stick. Well, I'm dubbing it a multi-stick. They say it's a blush stick. But yeah, thank you so much guys for watching, and I will see you again very soon. I love you. Bye.